it's Lori with Main Street Gardener, and welcome to my garden. I'm a garden in Zone 7B outside the DC metro area, and today is a really exciting day. So I have been planning and dreaming, I have a video about it, I'll link it below, about what to do with this space. I have had planters, containers here. I have had a gutter garden. I've done a wide variety in the 3 years that I gardened here. So for year 4, I decided I wanted to do an upgrade. And what I wanted was a large planter box that would really fill the space and allow me to grow vegetables and flowers. I want to do companion planting. And what I really want is it to be almost like a kitchen garden. I'm only going to plant the vegetables, mainly tomatoes, peppers, salads, spinach, kale, things like that, that I know my family will eat and enjoy, and that we can't get from our local farmers. I'm going to need to do small things, but I'm going to pack this full with veggies and plants. So this is going to be project 1 today. Project 2 is right over here to my left. I have a cold frame that I got at Costco a couple years ago. I pull it out at this time of year and I use it to help harden off my plants. So we're going to get that cleaned up and I'm going to show you how I use it today. So let me show you both of these spaces and then we'll get started. Okay, so this is the Vego bed that I went with. I'll put the measurements and the link to it in the description of the video. I measured it and I wanted to make sure that it could be centered on my wall, and I did want it a particular height. Now, I actually would have loved to have had it about 2 to 4 inches taller. So Vego, if you're listening, I would have really preferred a 24-inch depth. That just would have been, I think, really perfect. I am going to have to bend a little. I may get a little scooter to sit on to work in the garden, but it's going to be a great size. I still have plenty of room between the bed and the gutter for plants to get up nice and tall, because my vision is that the plants kind of hide the gutter and give just a beautiful view as you're walking down. I also want this again to be a kitchen garden. Now, I did decide to go with Vego garden beds. They make these new modern, almost like a metal bed. The material is it's like a metal bed, but it's smooth. I wanted the smooth finish. It took a lot to install it, probably a couple hours. There's a lot of pieces that have to be kind of screwed in. Now, what I added to the bed is this floor base. So this is a new product that they make that slides in. You do need this piece before you put your box together. So you want to make sure that you've got this piece ordered. Now you can add it later. You'll just have to take part of your bed apart or your box apart. So this is like a mattress that lays. And what it does is it allows you to not have to put so much soil, because our summer vegetables, our summer annuals are not going to need a ton of space. This is plenty of room for them to grow strong roots and to produce. So it's an extra attachment that you can order. I think it's about $100, but I decided to go ahead and do that. It also reduces the weight on the bed and it protects my floor. Otherwise, it's a completely open box. Today, we're going to get it filled up, and I'm going to tell you a couple tricks that I'm doing to fill this box. Now, the second project today is the cold frame. This is the brand. I got it off of Costco, and I have a friend who has one as well. Now, I have beaten this thing up. You can see we need to clean it today. But what's great about it, it has these levers where you can prop it up yourself to get airflow. But the center box, it elevates on its own. So it has one of those mechanics. And as it gets hot, it will open up, which is really, really great. It makes it nice when you want to start hardening off your plants. You can bring them out here, keep them in the sunshine. They'll get very warm. It also helps me with watering. I can just bring the hose and give them all a drench of water. And I've had great success with this the past few years. Now I am going to put some frost cloth down. I put it on the bottom, and then I keep a couple sheets out here in case we get a little bit colder night. Our 10-day forecast right now has one cold night, and it's about 37. The plants, though, I'm putting in here will be fine, even at 37 for one night. So when you are filling a bed like this, there is lots of controversy about what to fill the bottom layer with. Since I got the mattress layer in here, I am going to go ahead and fill it with soil. But I am actually going to reuse some garden soil that was in my green stalk. I took out most of the roots, but this is one garbage can full, and I am just going to use it as the bottom layer. So it's kind of like some recycled soil, but this was extremely high quality soil. It had some compost in it, and most of the plants just popped right out, and then I was left with all that soil. So I'm going to reuse that. So I think if you are filling a box like this, you could very easily empty some containers that still have great soil in them that maybe you used last season. I think using one season is fine. Now I am then going to fill this with some incredible soil. I have some Happy Frog, and I have some organic potting mix from 𝐂𝐿𝐻. So it is going to get 2 layers of just delicious soil potting mix. And then after I plant things up, I will top dress with probably some type of compost, either a mushroom or one of our local compost. All right, here goes the first bit of soil in the new box. Okay, so now that I got rid of all of that, I am now going to go in with some 𝐂𝐿𝐻 just potting mix. They did not have, it looks like my bag's already open, they didn't have any of the raised bed mix, but this is going to be just fine. It's for outdoor and indoor containers, all natural. It has earthworm castings, mycotone, alfalfa meal, kelp meal, and feather meal. And it's just, a great general. I'm going to also be adding a Happy Frog bag, which has a lot of other things in it, and a layer of compost. So this is going to be extremely hardy and rich soil. This is when I love to use my 𝐂𝐻𝐍𝐄𝐂𝐓 knife. It just makes things so easy. If you don't have one, for a long time I didn't think I needed it, but it just makes things in the garden so easy. So now you just dump it out, and we got another layer in. So I'm just going to keep going. Well, after it So it is early evening and we finally got all the dirt we needed to get this filled. It took, gosh, 6 2-quart bags, maybe 8 2-quart bags. I lost track. So it is filled. It is ready for planting. I do want to get the drip line added, and I had some, but it was not the correct kind. So we're going to try to get that done, and then this bed will be ready to plant in a couple weeks. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Okay, so to get started with this cold frame, I'm just going to first, of course, it needs a good clean off. It's been in our back area, and you can see this is already raising up. We did not cover it last year, which probably was not the best decision, but anyway, we're going to go ahead and just get it cleaned up. Okay, so now got it all cleaned up, got it dry, and I actually moved it because I think we're going to rearrange the patio a little bit. So I moved it over here where it'll be out of the way. It's also easier to get the hose over here. So I think that will work great. So the next thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and line it with this frost cloth just to give some extra warmth. And then I'm going to show you what plants I'm going to get started, what plants I'm going to put out here today. So this is just an extra step. Okay, so now one of the first plants that I'm going to put in is some lettuce. It's a mix. These are kind of like Buttercrisp. These are some mixes. And then these are a few tomatillos that were not I had put some in some other container. So these were just some overflow. So we're going to get those put in now. Next up, I have some arugula or rocket. And what I'm hoping to do is put these in my raised bed box that the Vego box, in probably about 2 weeks. So they can kind of spread out and get some more growth. Next, I have a tray of marigolds, which are cold hardy, and, one fell, some gorgeous geraniums. I think there's a lettuce that snuck in as well. So just a little bit of a mix. And this cold frame actually holds quite a few trays, so I'm going to have plenty of room. Next, I have an early extra tray of snapdragons, and I'm going to go ahead and put these in. Snapdragons are cool. They're not ready to go in the ground just yet because these are not big enough, but I wanted to go ahead and see if these grow a little faster and stronger being outside. And then I still have a couple trays inside. Next, I have a tray of violas. These have been extremely slow to start. I've got some doubles in here. They don't look great. There's a few that do, but these should have already been much larger. So I'm going to see if the heat outside and being in the cold frame helps, because I really wanted these to be ready by the 1st of April. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep you updated. Okay, so they're all snug in their bed. And you can see, and I still have a lot of room. So I have some more plants down in my seed starting space that I may bring up. And anything that is cold hardy that doesn't mind a cooler night is going to do great up here. And again, our evening temperatures are above 40, so these plants should do great. So when I come outside to check on things, I'll just make sure to keep it vented. And you can see how high the middle is. I wish they all had these automatic, and I guess I could probably add them, but the middle opens up really large when it's warm. So I'm going to get the other lid on, and then I'll give these guys a drink of water in a little bit. Okay, so I did get both projects done yesterday, but it was late in the day. So I wanted to come out this morning and show you how it looks in the morning. We've got some nice humidity. This box acts like a small greenhouse. So it's a great option if you don't have room for a greenhouse or don't want it year round. You can see that the inside of this middle has already started to raise up as it starts to heat up. And I thought we could come in and check out our little babies. And they look great. So I gave them a really nice soak last night. I'll give them some more water in just a little while, and excited to see how they grow in here. In the past, they've just done excellent. They're getting full, warm sun right now. I'll go ahead and leave that open for today. All right, so let me show you the box. So I was able to get all the dirt filled, and then we did add some drip line. It's not attached yet, but I had a roll of it, so I went ahead and got it laid out, trying to get it to lay flat with this brick. But my husband will get it hooked up. He is the drip master. He'll get it hooked up this weekend, and then it will be ready for planting probably in just about 2 weeks. I'm going to start with some cool season vegetables, and we'll kind of go from there. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope you're doing great, and I'll see you in the next video.